I was going to do it the other way, but it started, I'm doing the selfie. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to see yourself.
Okay.
Hey, this is Dan Baldwin here with the association, and I am in the perfect, most amazing man cave, and it just happens to belong to an old friend of mine, Braun Mincher of ITC here in Denver. So enough about me. Let's talk to Braun. Braun, thanks for visiting with us today.
My pleasure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Braun Mincher. I am the co-founder and managing partner of ITC Telecom Technology. We have been in the voice over IP and telecom business for 21 years now. You are standing in our company hangar, also known as our man cave. This is our Cirrus SR-22 aircraft, which is our secret weapon in our business and has allowed us to grow to have clients in all 50 states and 11 countries around the world now. So don't tell anybody that this is how we do it. So a little bit about us and our history. I got in the business in 1996. There's a long and fascinating story, but I used to race cars professionally. One of our sponsors was a telecom company back in the days when long distance was 25 cents a minute, and the entrepreneurial spirit in me got me into the business of selling long distance right before the Telecommunications Deregulation Act of '96 that brought about all the competitive local exchange carriers, the advent of the internet, and then this new technology, which is how we make our living, called voice over IP. So our company is called ITC Telecom Technology. We're based here in Colorado, but we have clients all over the country and even all over the world. We are a hosted voice over IP provider utilizing the Zultys platform in our own data centers and directly located on customer premises across the country. Our staff is about 22 people, and our company motto is we are big enough to serve but small enough to care. Even at the point that we're at now, we know each and every one of our customers, and the personal relationship is more important to us than anything else out there. We're very fortunate and proud of the fact that our company is privately held, profitable, and debt-free, and we're not for sale. We're not planning on going anywhere, and we plan on continuing to execute our same business plan for many years to come. Myself and two other partners own the company. We try to include all of our staff as part of the team, and as a result, our people are the difference. We go after customers, and our focus niche is customers that are anywhere between 100 and 1,000 users on the phone system, and those customers have some type of complex calling application. That could be a contact center or a call center as part of their business. It can be some advanced functionality such as call recording or call reporting, or even some type of compliance like HIPAA or PCI or some other type of industry standard compliance. And we really differentiate ourselves from the competition by our service and our support, and that's something that is very cliche and everybody says that, but we actually mean it. Every single client of ours gets assigned their own dedicated support person that they end up building a relationship with, and so they understand. We learn our customers how their networks function. We allow our customers to connect to us either via the public internet or via a private connection that the customer brings to us, which is very, very unique. We have about 120 competitors in our space, so it's a crowded area, and differentiation is the key, and it's what has allowed us to be successful. Our average customer on our platform has a little over 300 users, and you don't support customers like that without having a solid system in place as far as how we do our implementations and our deployments. We are very process-oriented. We use some very high-tech project management software to make sure that our deployments, every little detail, gets attended to. Our deployments and cutovers go very, very smooth, and that's not necessarily the case in the industry. The common misconception is that, of course, a sales rep will tell you whatever you want to hear, is that, oh, this voice over IP stuff just works, plug the phones in and it works, and you never need to call us, and you can do everything via web portal. And for most customers that have more than 25 users, that couldn't be farther from the truth. And so we spend a lot of time with a customer. Typically a deployment for us after all the paperwork assigned is somewhere between 45 and 60 days. It just takes that much time to do it and do it right. We go through all the customers' phone bills to make sure that every number is accounted for, and so it gets ported and nothing gets missed. We take the time to deploy our phones side by side with the customer's existing phone system so that their users can experience the power of the ITC phone system next to whatever they have, and they can even use our phone system for outgoing calls, or we can use call forwarding coming in a temporary until the cutover happens. We do extensive training, which is where I think a lot of people miss the mark in this industry. both of the day-to-day, the rank and file users, anybody who's an operator or receptionist, particularly for call center agents, and then most importantly for the system administrators. And so unlike a lot of our competitors, our system administrators, the people that work for the end user customers, can do everything on the system that we can do as the vendor. And that's not true with a lot of our competition. Anytime you want to add a user, delete it, or set up an auto attendant, you have to put in a ticket with that vendor. And we've heard nightmare cases where it takes anywhere from days to weeks to months to get something that would seem simple to be implemented on the system. In our scenario, our end user customers can do that themselves. We can do as much as they want or as little as they want. Our customer service team and our dedicated reps, again, assigned to every single customer, so you'll know their name. We've had no turnover in 3 years in that department. Our ticket response times are less than 2 minutes. Our hold times are less than 5 seconds. We are absolutely fanatical about customer support and customer experience, and we've won every customer satisfaction award that's the industry's had. And so target customers for us are anybody who has between 100 and 1,000 users on their system, either single site or multi-site. Thanks to aircraft, we are able to service and support customers anywhere in the country. And so we want a personal relationship with our customers. I am primarily responsible for 90% of our business development in our company and bringing new customers in the door. And so I like to sit down with customers and truly be a trusted advisor, even as passé as that phrase is being. It means a lot to us, and so if a prospective customer were to see this, I'll jump in the airplane. I don't care where you are in the country. I'll come see you. We'll understand your needs and your applications, and we'll try to design a solution for you. Again, we're big enough to serve, small enough to care. We have multiple data centers across the country for full redundancy and failover. Customers can connect to us either via the public internet or a private connection. We can become a node, essentially a branch office off of a customer's MPLS or EOC type connection. We are very forward thinking with SD-WAN technologies, and to the extent that customers want to utilize that, we are very supportive of that in a lot of our implementations. We like complexity, we like things that are out of the box, and we like customers that value really good service and they see the difference. Sadly, most of our customers come to us from other providers that they didn't get the service or the support that they expected. And so when they find us, it's a refreshing experience. We're glad to show them how the business can work. And we are extremely proud of the fact that in 21 years, we have never once lost a customer to the competition. I don't think anybody else can say that. Our references speak for themselves. Several customers of ours have been gracious enough to make YouTube videos talking about their experience in working with our company. And I always welcome people to go view those. And if anybody ever wanted to consider being a customer of ours, we're always happy to give our references and even set up a one-on-one phone call. Our references truly speak for themselves. We have worked so hard to differentiate ourselves in the industry. We are not all things to all people, but if your business is between 100 and 500 users, we definitely should talk.
Well, great, Braun.
How's that?
That was awesome. I just want to say that I've known Braun for when we first started the association, Braun was one of the first agent members, and we hooked back up, 7, 8, 9 years ago?
I got back in the business in 2009 after taking a couple years sabbatical, and
yeah.
I remember we connected back then.
And as big as Braun's planes are, his heart is even bigger. He will help anybody. He's helped the association. He's one of the few guys in the industry that always answers his phone. He sees, I mean, I haven't talked to you, in 3 or 4 years, and I called you the other day. I was driving through. He answered and said, "Hey, Dan, how's it going?"
It's customer service. It doesn't matter whether it's a vendor, a customer, or an old friend. We answer our phone.
Right. Well, we do have some questions for you, and our first question is, we already talked about the category of cloud service. So our audience want to know, what was the best and worst for you in 2017? 2017
was a good year for ITC Telecom. The best is we continued to execute our business plan as we had in the past. So we grew our revenue, we grew our profitability, we grew our customer base, and we were fortunate enough to continue in the business that we really enjoy and are passionate about. What's the worst of 2017? Obviously, there's a lot of consolidation in the industry, and that creates a lot of uncertainty, which is always challenging because nobody knows what is next. And so I think trying to navigate through the waters of changing carriers and consolidation, we as a hosted voice over IP provider are very much reliant on the underlying carriers and all the technology changes in the industry. And so trying to keep up with that is a challenge, but it's a challenge that we welcome and we embrace.
And for 2018, I mean, you're still going to be in the business, as am I. What are you doing for your business and your customers? What are you planning for?
So for 2018, ITC Telecom, we're going to just continue down our course. And so rather than having hyper growth or something that's unmanageable or consolidation, our plan is to continue to do what we've been doing for 21 years now, which is providing the absolute best customer service and experience to our customers, taking care of our employees, building relationships with our vendors, and just having fun at what we do. We don't have to be in this business. We're passionate about it, and we always look for opportunities to work with other good customers that are a pleasure to work with, and that really want a partner and a friend and a trusted advisor and somebody that's going to be there for the long term and not just a transactional sale. I know that that's passé, and that's what the marketing people always say. We actually mean it, and so we want to continue to recruit customers that are cool customers, that are fun for us to work with, and that we can truly be part of their success. We can take their input, they can take our input, and it really is a strong relationship on both sides.
Well, great. And then our last question is kind of selfish. We want to have a plane like Braun, or 2 planes or whatever, in a cool man cave. So Braun, what is your advice for customers, vendors, and entrepreneurs like us that are trying to feed our families and do the right thing?
Absolutely. I think being an entrepreneur is just simply finding a need that's not being met in the marketplace and meeting that need. But even more specialized than that now, I think, is differentiation. You got to differentiate yourself from the competition. There is so much consolidation going on in the industry of these small telecom companies are just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're 800-pound gorillas. And it's like changing the direction of the Titanic. And so customers are caught in the middle of that. If their telecom company, has 150,000 customers, and the company itself, when they call customer service, has 10,000 service reps, that's not a good situation for the customer to be in. And customers aren't going to want to be in that situation. So as vendors and entrepreneurs and folks that are in our business, where I see the opportunity is providing a more personalized level of service or some type of niche, do something that not everybody else is doing. And our strategy is we're in the VoIP business, we're in the telephony business, the telecom. We don't try to be the biggest at that, but we really try to be the best at it. And I think by all accounts, we've done a really good job at that. There's always room for improvement. But keeping the focus on what you do and doing it better than anyone else is incredibly important. It would be so easy for us to provide IT services and sell copy machines and anything else that's ancillary and complementary and would even create revenue, but we would lose our core focus on what we're really good at. And so our key to success has just been specialization, finding our niche, finding the right people to execute that, and finding the right customers. And that's my best advice.
All right. Well, Braun, we really appreciate it. One more look at the man cave.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is it.
This is
where
it.
all the magic happens. So
All
we're
the
very
magic.
fortunate to have this.
All
Anybody
right.
in Denver, please come visit. And if you want to ride in the airplane, we love doing that as well.
All right, and we appreciate, Braun. Thanks for your time. We're doing a loop around the country over the next 2 months, so you don't have to have a red airplane. If you've got a cool story, if you're feeding your family and you're making a difference in your industry or our industry with your business, we want to tell your story, so give us a call. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.